Soulsborne bosses are harder than a gobstopper coated in concrete, and going by how much they make me grind my teeth, just as bad for my dental health. Between nimble knights ready to cut you down and giant monsters trying to smush you into human pate, these bosses are a real test of skill, patience, determination, and rolling. Should have rolled. So imagine our rage when you wind up fighting more than one of these horrible bosses at the same time. As if these fights weren't tough enough, some of these jerks like to invite a mate along to F you up with even greater efficiency. Here then are our least favourite Soulsborne bosses that could only beat you by bringing a friend. Beware spoilers and rage for the following FromSoft games.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none.
When you die in a boss fight, you come back to life and try again. When the boss dies in a boss fight, it ends and you win. Those are the rules. In their quest to continually with us though, Soulsborne games like to bend the rules more than a landlord explaining why you won't be getting your security deposit back. Take, for example, the boss fight against Lorian, Elder Prince, a talented swordsman who can teleport and is hard enough to face one-on-one. But it's not one-on-one. When you arrive, you're greeted by his brother Lothric, younger prince, who is watching and providing colour commentary throughout the whole fight. When you finally dispatch Lorian, little bro Lothric refuses to let him rest, waking him from his peaceful slumber like any overexcited little brother on Christmas morning.
Rise if you would.
Look, sorry Lorian, but the cookie and glass of milk he left out for Santa are gone. This is code red. Not only have you had a victory over a teleporting swordsman denied you, you now have to fight a teleporting swordsman with a mage strapped to his back who is blasting you with all kinds of spells. You have to laugh. Even if you manage to kill Lorian again during this phase of the fight, he can still be revived so long as Lothric is still alive, bringing him back with a half-full health bar and undoing a bunch of your hard work. Because of this brotherly bond, you have to kill Lorian over and over again until you finally get Lothric's health bar down to 0 and prevent him from reviving his big bro. Honestly, I blame the parents.
The best kinds of friendships are the ones where you each bring something different to the table, especially if you're a fan of potlucks. You don't want your entire buffet to be potato salad. Such is the case with armour-clad amigos Dragonslayer Ornstein and Executioner Smough, because these two complement each other more than two drunk girls in a nightclub bathroom. Ornstein is slight, nimble, and can jab you with his electric spear faster than you can say, "Please stop jabbing me with that electric spear." Smough, on the other hand, is a hulking, hammer-wielding brute who ominously stomps around the room before hurtling towards you to thwack you into the air like a four-limbed golf ball. I guess it's more like croquet since he's using a mallet, and it certainly will make you croak, eh? Sorry, puns are my stress response.
Boo.
Because they approach you with different attacks and at different speeds, fighting these two is what is scientifically described as a pain in the butt. It's like trying to juggle a regular juggling ball and a chainsaw at the same time, except the juggling ball is an electric spear. Or alternatively, it's like dancing 2 different dances at 2 different tempos at the same time with 2 different partners, neither of whom you've practiced with, both of whom want to kill you. This is nothing like Strictly Come Dancing. But dance well enough and eventually you can get the Nightmare 2 down to a much more manageable 1. And then that 1 absorbs the powers of their deceased pal, healing themselves and becoming even stronger than before. Okay, that might be terrifying, but again, there is only 1 of them now. That's got to make things easier, right?
Hard enough when there are 2 bosses trying to kill you at once, but 3? That's just mean. Try telling that to the Ruined Sentinels, some tall, spindly knights in Dark Souls 2 who dwarf you not just in height, but also in numbers. Fortunately, there is a way to cheese this fight. One Ruined Sentinel, Yahim, is on a ledge that you land on when you first enter the room. So long as you don't fall off the ledge, he can be fought one-on-one like a proper, non-cheating boss. Once he's out of the way, fighting the remaining Sentinels is a lot simpler. Hey, I said simpler, not easier. Indeed, even without their ledge-dwelling compadre, the last 2 Sentinels are a tough fight, especially when they spin towards you like furious Beyblades. Trying to keep an eye on these 2 slender knights is a tough job, and protecting yourself from their long pikes and huge leaps is stressful to say the least. So when, on your 10th try, you eventually get them down to 1 single sentinel, it's a huge relief. Hey, I said a relief, not easier.
In most cases, cutting something's head off is a pretty good way of ensuring it stops trying to kill you. But in the world of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, the rules are apparently different for the boss known as the Guardian Ape. When you first encounter this pugilistic primate in the Sunken Valley Passage, the Guardian Ape gives you an unpleasant surprise when you cut his head off. Instead of politely dying like you'd expect, it turns out that this hulking monster isn't actually defeated yet. Well, shit. When you finally defeat his headless form, you learn that what he was doing down here was peacefully tending to a special flower in order to attract a mate. So, depending on how you look at it, you are just as much of, if not more of, a monster. Well, shit. Don't worry though, ape fams, because the Guardian Ape gets his revenge when you meet him again in his burrow. Despite being beaten twice, once without a head, he hasn't taken the hint and is ready to fight you, only this time he's brought a literal mate to help. It starts off as a normal fight, well, as normal as a fight against a headless primate can be, until a shaggy brown non-headless ape joins in, presumably pissed off you took the flower intended for them. As if fighting one sizable simian wasn't tough enough, having 2 of these flailing around violently next to your face is more stressful than going to a hardcore gig, looking for the bar, and accidentally ending up in a particularly energetic mosh pit instead. You can cut down the Guardian Ape's brunette bay, getting you back to a good old-fashioned one-on-one battle with the OG. That's original Guardian. or you can actually finish the boss fight by only killing the OG, meaning that the whole fight is just two huge romantically involved primates aping out at an uninvited robot-armed warrior who is trying to kill one of them. Well, which, I mean, I've seen worse first dates. Good luck to them, I say.
If people refer to you as the Celestial Emissary, you're either a space diplomat in Star Trek or a FromSoft boss with gross jelly heads and horrible glowing eyes. Guess which one we're here to talk about today? "10 points. Well done." These wibbly weirdos are found in Bloodborne, specifically in the Lumen Flower Gardens in the Upper Cathedral Ward, an area that sounds more like it would be full of graceful Final Fantasy looking characters than whatever the these things are. They keep appearing around you and, if you're not careful, can surround you, destroying your health quicker than an all-potato salad buffet. But hey, despite the boss-sized health bar on these guys, you're mainly dealing with crowd control. This is a 100 duck-sized horses rather than a 1 horse-sized duck situation. Oh good, a horse-sized duck. Turns out the actual Celestial Emissary is hiding among this crowd of celestial jabronis, and once you hit it enough, it reveals its true scary self. Not only does this boss hide amongst its friends so you can't find it, but once you do find it, it hulks out and continues to spawn in allies rather than fight you alone. You never get away with this on Star Trek. Well, maybe Voyager.
Singer-songwriter Nelly Furtado defined a maneater as make you work hard, make you spend hard, make you want all of her love. And she was 2/3 correct. At least when it comes to demon souls, where maneater is a hulking, winged beast with a humanoid face who will make you work hard and spend hard too, specifically all your healing grass. Maneater is a boss in Fool's Idol Archstone, who you fight atop a precarious bridge where he can fly out of your range and, worse still, fly in an identical buddy to help murder you. A truly unwelcome surprise, as experienced by former Outside Xtra host Luke Westaway when he took on the beast, or should we say beasts.
What? Did you see that health? There's another one. Where is there? Where? There aren't really two, are there? Okay.
And that was the day he quit. Dealing with two of these demons and their soundwave attacks turns what could have been a measured and methodical fight into a panicked bridge-top brawl.
Now we're wrestling, folks.
Now you have both man-eaters bearing down on you, or, even worse, one bearing down on you and one conspicuously missing.
Where is the other one? Is that it?
Much like with spiders, the only thing worse than finding a man-eater is losing a man-eater. Your only shot at survival is to return the playing field to a nice, level, one dude versus one giant gargoyle monster, which is to say, kill the first man-eater as quickly as possible.
Come on. Yes. Alright, that's one down.
Preferably before FromSoft gets the idea to put a fight like this in their next game. Oh wait, we're too late. No. I knew I'd seen those guys before somewhere.
Elden Ring bosses convey how intimidating they are through many different methods. Some are massive and have 14 extra arms. Some make their head detonate in flaming madness. And others are just angry comets. It's a rich tapestry. Speaking of tapestries and things that are stitched together, however, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more intimidating and indeed unsettling look than the one sported by our next boss couple, the Godskin duo, who are wearing robes fashioned from freshly harvested skin, some of which still has faces attached. You watch, it'll be all over high street fashion this time next year. The Godskin duo are encountered in crumbling Farum Azula, in a church that contains quite a lot more on-display bones than you would normally expect to see in a place of worship. This horrible tag team is made up of two guys, neither of whom get proper names, and neither of whom seem to care, because they're too busy murdering you while clad in the latest looks from the Ed Gein Autumn-Winter collection. There's the big one, who resembles a kind of fleshy, stay-puffed marshmallow man. He's always jumping on you and rolling around the place like a pasty wrecking ball. And then there's the skinnier one, who can stretch himself out, but is less Mr. Fantastic and more Mr. Horrific. Unlike most other boss buddies in this list, the duo share a single health bar that you'll have to whittle down, and killing one doesn't remove that one from the fight. Instead, Bro gets resurrected by the other one moments later. Let me tell you, it is pretty dispiriting when the guy you just killed shows up again and starts merrily filleting you with his skinning knife. Persevere and you will eventually defeat these two weirdos, and then never have to think about people wearing skin aprons again. Unless you're into that, in which case, good news! Elden Ring, of course, lets you get this armor set for yourself. You know what? I think that's enough Elden Ring for today.
So those were some of the FromSoft bosses that could only beat you by bringing a friend. How cheaty. And you know what? I'm going to do the same for this outro. Mike, come help. Right, if you can think of any other examples, let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. If you want to support us, we've got a subscribe button down there that you can hit, and you can join our Patreon, which lets you join our Discord and chat with other lovely fans and us. And then also, we've got some more videos here. Maybe go like, maybe you can like go watch me play some Dark Souls and get really sad about it, but enjoy it at the same time, and go check out an Outside Xbox video. In the meantime, go take care of yourselves and team up with people and then they won't be mean to you. Take that, bosses.